Imagine a world where the apocalypse didn't end with a whimper, but with a system update. The sky is filled with floating blue windows, monsters roam the ruins of civilization, and the only way to survive is to level up, craft better gear, and forge your own destiny. You are part of a group of survivors who have mastered the basics of this new reality, but now you face the ultimate challenge: Ascension. Welcome to Battleforged Ascension, the sixth explosive, crunchy, and action-packed installment in M.H. Johnson's Battleforged series. If you love deep crafting systems, tactical party-based combat, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist rise from a scavenger to a legend through sheer grit and strategic min-maxing, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in LitRPG progression fantasy, blending the visceral terror of a monster-filled world with the addictive dopamine hit of systemic growth. The narrative kicks off with the protagonist facing a new tier of challenges that threaten to overwhelm even their hardened skills. The atmosphere is thick with the hum of magical energy, the roar of high-level beasts, and the creeping dread of knowing that every dungeon dive could be their last if they aren't perfectly prepared. Johnson excels at making the progression feel incredibly grounded and rewarding, turning every rare material found, every blueprint unlocked, and every skill mastered into a massive, hard-earned step toward securing a foothold in this new reality. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular crafting warrior trope and the brilliant strategic escalation dynamic. This isn't just about swinging a sword, it's about optimizing resource management, coordinating with a diverse party of specialists, and using modern logic to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer ancient artifacts, craft overpowered gear from monster drops, and completely shock arrogant high-level players with their unconventional trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying, chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of Battleforged lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a world that rewards ruthlessness. He quickly forms bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help him navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as his friends watch him casually calculate the damage output of a fireball. Their unbreakable trust in him provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates toward its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major dungeon break or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, he completely shatters the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Battleforged Ascension is a triumph of the LitRPG and survival genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. M.H. Johnson has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the survivor. The system is live, but his future is bright.